Now, the next topic in stoichiometry is methods of expressing concentrations of the solutions. How to express the concentrations of the solutions. If a solute is mixed with a solvent, if a solute is mixed with a solvent, solution is prepared. Fixed amount of solute is dissolved in suitable solvent, a solution is prepared. In this preparation, if the solute weight is taken in more when compared with the solvent, now that solution is concentrated solution. So a concentrated solution will be obtained when more solute is dissolved in less amount of the solvent. If the solute content is less than the solvent content, now dilute solution will be obtained. So finally, when solute is mixed with solvent, a solution will be formed. Now how to express the concentration of the solution? Now one of the expression is mass percentage of the solute. From this solution, if you want to calculate mass percentage of the solute, the formula is mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100 gives the mass percentage of the solute. So, mass percentage of the solute is equal to mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100 gives the mass percentage of the solute. Or if you want to calculate mass percentage of the solvent, the formula is mass of the solvent divided by mass of the solution into 100 gives the mass percentage of the solvent. So very important point is when solute is mixed with a solvent, solution is prepared. In that solution, if the concentration of the solute is more, if the weight percentage of the solute is more than the weight percentage of the solvent, concentrated solution will be formed. Otherwise, if the solute content is less than the solvent content, now dilute solution will be obtained. So whatever it may be the solution, if you want to calculate mass percentage of the solute, the formula is mass of the solute divided by mass of the solution into 100. Similarly, mass percentage of the solvent is equal to mass of the solvent divided by mass of the solution into 100. So this is one of the way of expressing the concentration of the solutions in terms of mass percentage of the solute and mass percentage of the solvent. Next one is mole fraction. Suppose if A and B are two components if A and B are two components in the given solution, now the formula used to calculate mole fraction of the component A is equal to, generally mole fraction is denoted by the symbol capital X. If A and B are two components, if you want to find out the mole fraction of A component, the formula is number of moles of this A component divided by total number of moles of all these two components. That means Na plus Nb, where Na and Nb are the number of moles of A and B components respectively. So the formula used to calculate mole fraction is equal to number of moles of that component divided by the total number of moles of all the components. Here there are two components, A and B. So the mole fraction of the second component Xb is equal to number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles of all these two components. So this is very important formula. It is already known to you. The formula used to calculate number of moles of any component is equal to weight by molecular weight. Weight of the A component divided by its molecular weight gives the number of moles. If you know the number of moles of each component, now the formula used to calculate mole fraction of that component is number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles of all the components. And very important point is, for these two components, the sum of the mole fraction of all the components should be equal to 1. This is another expression. That means Xa is equal to Na divided by Na plus Nb. Xb is equal to Nb divided by Na plus Nb. Now the LCM is Na plus Nb. Therefore, Xa plus Xb is equal to Na plus Nb divided by Na plus Nb. So the sum of the mole fractions of all the components should be equal to 1. So if you know the mole fraction of A component, now for B component, its mole fraction is equal to 1 minus Xa. Very important formula. Or if you know the mole fraction of B component, for A component, mole fraction is equal to 1 minus Xb. So there are two important formulas here. One is the number of moles of A component is equal to weight of the A component divided by its molecular weight. Similarly, number of moles of B component is equal to weight of the B component divided by its molecular weight. So the formula used to calculate mole fraction is number of moles of that component divided by total number of moles of all the components. In this example, there are two components, and very important point is this mole fraction does not depends upon the temperature. It is independent of the temperature. because here the weight by molecular weight gives the number of moles. That's why it is mole fraction is independent of the temperature. And another important point is sum of the mole fractions of all the components, not only two components. If the solution containing two or more components, sum of the mole fractions of all the components should be equal to 1. Now, if there are two components in the given solution, if you know the mole fraction of one of the component, it is possible to calculate the other component mole fraction. So, mole fraction means number of moles of that component, that means that substance, divided by total number of moles of all the given substances in the given solution. The next one is molarity. It is defined as number of moles of the solute in 1 liter of the solution. So if you want to calculate the molarity of the solution, it is defined as number of moles of the solute present in 1 liter of the solution. From that statement, the molarity of the solution is equal to number of moles of the solute. The formula is weight of the solute divided by gram molecular weight of the solute, divided by gram molecular weight of the solute gives the number of moles of the solute into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in milliliters. Volume of the solution in milliliters, or 1 by volume of the solution in liter. Both are correct. So the formula used to calculate molarity, symbol is capital M, is equal to weight of the solute divided by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in milliliters, or it is equal to weight of the solute divided by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1 divided by volume of the solution in liters. So this is the formula used to calculate molarity of the solution. But here molarity of the solution depends upon the temperature. When temperature increases, volume of the solution is also increases, so molarity of the solution decreases. But the mole fraction does not depends upon the temperature, but here molarity depends upon the temperature. For dilute solutions, according to rule of molarity, V1 M1 is equal to V2 M2. V1 M1 is equal to V2 M2, where V1 M1 are initial volume and initial molarity of the solution, and V2 M2 are final volume and final molarity of the same solution. Suppose if the acid and base reacts together, the type of chemical reaction is known as acid-base neutralization reaction. In this reaction, according to rule of molarity, V1 M1 divided by N1 is equal to V2 M2 divided by N2, where V1 M1 N1 are volume, molarity and number of moles of the given acid in the acid-base neutralization reaction. V2 M2 N2 are the volume, molarity and number of moles of the basic solution. So in acid-base neutralization reactions according to rule of molarity. V1 M1 by N1 is equal to V2 M2 by N2. Apply this formula. For dilute solutions, V1 M1 is equal to V2 M2. And original formula is molarity capital M is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 divided by volume of the solution in liter, or weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in milliliters. Now, the other formula to calculate molarity of the solution is X into density into 10 divided by gram molecular weight, where X is mass percentage of the solute. Mass percentage of the solute in this formula. Another formula to calculate molarity of the solution, if you know the density of the solution in grams per milliliter, now find out the molarity by using this expression. Molarity of the solution is equal to mass percentage of the solute into density of the solution in grams per milliliter into 10 divided by gram molecular weight gives the molarity of the solution. Very, very important point is, in the laboratory, concentrations of the solutions are generally expressed in molarity. So, molarity is defined as number of gram moles of the solute present in 1000 ml of the solution. That means weight by molecular weight into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in milliliters. If you know the density of the solution and mass percentage of the solute, the formula to calculate molarity of the solution is X into density into 10 divided by gram molecular weight of the solute. So this next expression to express the concentration of the solution is molality, small m. It is defined as number of moles of the solute present in 1000 grams of the solvent, or 1 kilogram weight of the solvent. Number of gram moles of the solute present in 1 kilogram weight of the solvent. So from that statement, molality small m is equal to weight of the solute divided by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1000 divided by weight of the solvent in grams, or it is also equal to weight of the solute divided by gram molecular weight of the solute into 1 divided by weight of the solvent in kilograms. Both are same. So molality symbol is small m. Molality, L-A-L-I-T-Y. So the molality is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 divided by weight of the solvent in kilograms. And other formula to calculate the molality is reciprocal of the molality is equal to 1 by m is equal to density of the solution in grams per ml divided by molarity capital M minus gram molecular weight of the solute, gram molecular weight of the solute divided by 1000. So this is also another formula. The reciprocal of the molality is equal to density of the solution in grams per milliliter divided by molarity, capital M, minus gram molecular weight of the solute divided by 1000, or molality is equal to weight by gram molecular weight into 1 divided by weight of the solvent in kilograms. So this is about the molality. Like mole fraction, molality does not depends upon the temperature, but molarity depends upon the temperature. So this is the difference between molality and molarity. Next one is normality. It is defined as number of gram equivalents of the solute present in 1000 ml of the solution. It is defined as number of gram equivalents of the solute present in 1 liter of the solution. So from that statement, normality capital N is equal to normality of the solution capital N is equal to number of gram equivalents of the solute. So the formula used to calculate number of gram equivalents of the solute is weight of the solute divided by gram equivalent weight of the solute, gram equivalent weight of the solute into 1000 divided by volume of the solution in milliliters, or normality is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1 divided by volume of the solution in liters. So here the formula used to calculate number of gram equivalents is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight gives the number of gram equivalents. So this is known as normality. Now according to rule of normality, for dilute solutions, V1N1 is equal to V2N2, like molarity. According to rule of normality, V1N1 is equal to V2N2. Suppose in acid-base neutralization reactions, for example, in acid-base neutralization reactions, according to rule of normality, number of gram equivalents of an acid is equal to number of gram equivalents of a base. That means VA NA is equal to VB NB. where VA and NA are volume and normality of an acid, and VB, NB are volume and normality of a basic solution. So when an acid and base reacts together, VA-NA is equal to VB-NB. That means normality of any solution is equal to molarity into capital Z. This is the relationship between normality and molarity. Normality of any solution is equal to molarity of that solution into Z, where Z indicate number of equivalents, number of equivalents, number of equivalents. For example, for sulfuric acid, for sulfuric acid, the value of Z is equal to its molecular weight divided by equivalent weight. Now the molecular weight of sulfuric acid is 98. Equivalent weight of sulfuric acid is 49. It is already known to you. So value of Z is equal to 2 for H2SO4. Similarly, for HCl, value of Z is equal to its molecular weight is 36.5 and equivalent weight is also 36.5. So for HCl, the value of Z is equal to 1. Similarly, in the case of basic solution also, it is possible to calculate the value of Z. So that Z value into molarity of the solution is equal to normality of the solution. So according to rule of normality for dilute solutions, V1 N1 is equal to V2 N2. For any acid-base neutralization reaction, number of gram equivalents of that acid should be equal to number of gram equivalents of that base. So the formula is VA-NA is equal to VB-NB, where VA-NA are volume and normality of the given acid and VB-NB are the volume and normality of the given base. Very, very important relationship in between normality and molarity of the solution is normality of any solution is equal to molarity into capital Z. So the formula used to calculate Z value is molecular weight divided by equivalent weight of that given substance is equal to value of Z. So that Z value into molarity of the solution is equal to normality of the solution. Similarly, the normality of the solution is also equal to X into 10 into density of the solution in grams per ml divided by gram equivalent weight. This is another formula. If you know the mass percentage of the solute, here X indicate mass percentage of the solute and D indicate density of the solution in grams per milliliter divided by equivalent weight of the given solute gives the normality of the solution.